George Rose, press conference today in Newcastle. A bit more animated than we expected.
Yeah, I honestly didn't expect that from them guys. Two really nice guys as a headliner. You don't expect too much trash talk, too much back and forth, but we got that and a little bit extra today. So the tension's building there. I could sense the energy between the two of them, and they're both really switched on and really zoned in for a big fight on Sunday.
I've really seen Tim Tszyu this animated before. Any chance that Spencer's got in his head?
No, I don't think he has. I think Tim was probably as surprised as the rest of us when, as we said, Joey Spencer's a nice guy, and he's been a nice guy. He's been, very, very professional and very, very courteous in the lead up. He hasn't had anything really derogatory to say, and then there's a little jab there today, a couple of little jabs taken at Tim, and Tim's just let him know that he's not gonna take that shit, and that he's gonna really lock in and be ready to go on Sunday.
Has there been some sort of a miscommunication here between you and Tim, or what is the situation there?
Well, for Tim doesn't give a stuff about who the judges are. Plain and simple. We could tell him that he's got 4 judges coming from Joey Spencer's hometown. He wouldn't care. He didn't care where they come, because he's there to win. He's there to win early, and he doesn't care who the judges are. He fights. He's a fighter. It doesn't matter who he's against, who's judging the fight. He doesn't care.
Saw Joey Spencer say just now that he thinks Tim Tszyu's got some head noises, and that's his biggest weakness in the ring. What do you make of those comments?
Well, I think when you're coming up against Tim Tszyu in Newcastle with 6,000 crazy, screaming Newcastle fans, all there for Tim Tszyu and cheering against Joey Spencer, you've got to try and get some sort of mental advantage back. So he's doing everything he can to prepare himself going into this. If you want to win the fight before the fight, you've got to try and get in their head. That's what he's trying to do now, these last couple of days before they actually step into the ring. But Tim's locked in. If anything, he's poking a bear that he doesn't want to poke.
Where do you see Tim Tszyu going from here? I see there's Thurman out there. What about a Fondora rematch? Is that something that sort of excites you? Where do you see Tim Tszyu's path back to the top?
Yeah, look, I thought Fondora looked great the other week. I thought he looked really good, defended his belts. This fight is actually for a WBO regional belt, so getting back on track and ready for what lies ahead in the coming months. But we want to see how good Tim looks in this fight. If Tim performs the way that I expect, the way that everyone expects, we're expecting Timmy Tszyu to be back. He'll be ready to get straight back to the top, because I do still believe he's the best in the 154-pound division. He's just got to get his opportunity to prove it.
We saw Eddie Hearn, we've seen Jeff Fenech, we've seen all these guys talking about Tim Tszyu. Why do you think Tim Tsz유's on the lips of all these guys?
Because if you want to come to Australia and you want to make noise in boxing, you've got to talk about Tim Tszyu. Nobody cares about anyone else. You can stroll in here and make promises, say that you're going to do this, say that you're going to do that, and not deliver on it. If you want people to look at you and know that you're here, you've got to talk about Tim Tszyu. Nobody wants to know unless you're talking about Tim Tszyu. So I understand that completely. So, when you're winning, nobody can say anything about it, because, he's been dominating the sport. He's been killing it here in Australia for so long. The moment that you take a loss, people want to put their hand up and want to start saying something. People want to have their opinion that they've been dying to say for so long that they couldn't say it because you're winning. So they've got the opportunity to speak, let them have it.
What about yourself? Would a win here sort of be vindication for you guys as well? A lot of criticism of you and the promotional team after Tim's last two losses?
Yeah, look, we put him in world title fights, so he's had great opportunities. That's our job. We get our fighters what they want. He wants world titles. We'll get him straight back there as well. So let the criticism come. We'll keep putting on great shows. We'll keep giving opportunities to Australian fighters, and we'll keep doing what we do best.
How does it play out on Sunday?
I think Timmy Tszyu is back. That's my headline of Sunday. Timmy Tszyu is back, and that's what we expect to see. Is Timmy Tszyu, Battle of Tszyu Castle, getting his hand raised.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you.